Killer oldie on the Art LeBeau Connection. And now it's my privilege to introduce Lala and Sprung on a Thug.
He touched me, he hold me, he got me doing all these things. It was a low-key Saturday, the summer of '03. Me and my chicas chillin', feeling fly in my favorite jeans. When the Chevy rolled up, bouncing for about those deep. He was trying to get at me. In no time I was all weak in love. Oh, you never acting but still, but you got me acting crazy. And all my real homegirls don't know why. Neither do I. He touched me, he hold me, he got me doing all these things. Guess I'm sprung on this thug, and I don't know why. He's hustling, he's riding, he's out there doing all these things. But I'm sprung on this thug, and I don't know why. Sometimes it can be crazy, sometimes it feels so good. And if anyone disrespects me, you'll bring out the hurt. But it's all this back and forth, get you twisted up in court. Always say you get it right, but you just can't leave that life alone. Oh, you're never acting but so good, but you got me acting, but you're so good. And all my real homegirls don't know why, and neither do I. Could've been away. He touched me, he hold me, he got me doing all these things. Guess I'm sprung on this stuff, and I don't know why. He's so good, it's fine, he's mine. He's out there doing all these things, but I'm sprung on this stuff, thugging, baby, and I don't know why. All my mijas bang on me, but they don't understand. La we ain't seeing you, you always with your man. They say he ain't no good for me. Is this really where I want to be? So why is he in your life? I don't know, but he works it right. He touched me, he hold me, he got me doing all these things. Guess I'm sprung on this stuff, and I don't know why. He's hustling, he's right, he's thugging, he's out there doing all, and still I'm sprung on this stuff, and I don't know why. He touched me, he hold me, he got me doing all these things. Guess I'm sprung on this stuff, and I don't know why. He's hustling, he's alright, he's on the streets doing things, but I'm sprung on this. I'm sprung, and I don't know why. La 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 la
All right. So if you, that song was called "Sprung on a Thug."
Yeah.
Sprung up on a thug, but you ain't gotta be sprung on a thug to be sprung.
Yes.
Just so happens she was sprung
Sprung on a thug.
on a thug. All right. All right, we back. We just had to give y'all that little intro. Okay.
Ooh, James.
If you haven't figured it out by
Yes.
now, even though we posted it, the topic of the day, what can you do when you've been sprung?
Oh, Oh,
And
what can you do?
when you've been sprung? Even though that video was just she was talking about sprung on a thug, but like I said, you ain't gotta be. It ain't gotta be a thug to be sprung
No.
on. All right. The bottom line, she was just saying she was sprung, and she didn't even know why. Girlfriend didn't know.
Nobody know.
Why? What's up?
But that was funny because she said that her girlfriends didn't know why, but she didn't even know why.
Mm-hmm.
But she was.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, it's It's a serious thing, folk.
Mm-hmm.
It's very serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you do when you sprung?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do we know what sprung is, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
What is the definition? You know, because a lot of people, you know, you might somebody say I ain't sprung. Then you might have someone say I don't even really know what sprung is.
Mm.
You know, and guess what? And the ones that's saying I really don't know what it is, you probably the main one that's sprung. Let's just tell the truth. Okay, some people don't know they sprung.
Some people don't even know they sprung.
Yes. So what is sprung? What is sprung? What's the definition of being sprung?
All right. Well, sprung is kind of was a developed word, you know, kind of like a lot of words developed out of Ebonics.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, in the actual definition of sprung, if you were to really look it up in Webster, it would define it as a later part of spring.
Mm-hmm.
But the slang is kind of more of a slang definition, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in it being a slang definition, a good dictionary to look up slang words would be the Urban Dictionary, because it's probably the best resource for slang words, okay? And it defines it in the Urban Dictionary as the state of being very attracted to a person or an obsession, often mistaken for love. You know, and then it gives some other words that says what sprung is.
Right.
That you're whipped, hooked, obsessed, you become a slave to, and you don't see a reason. You cannot actually give a reason why you're even in that state, or how you even got there. You know, some people just upon initiation, you know, a meeting, you know, you see somebody, they got this nice smile, you just be like, you could be sprung on just the first attraction. You know, man, I gotta meet that person. I gotta meet that person. Boy, it's just something about him. I gotta meet. You don't know nothing about him, but you just, I mean, it's like a dying goal that you just have to do, and you don't even really know why. I mean, there has not been anything really given. You know, you just, it's, you know, some people call that love at first sight. Some people. But it's quite interesting. The thing about sprung, being sprung, and you know, it's interesting that there are many people who are actually sprung. I mean, if it wasn't really, they make movies about it. Comedians make jokes about it.
Yes.
You know, well, see, we back in the old days, and back in the old days, the
the term
Yeah, the term.
that they used back then.
Right. Back
The
then. was-
one I remember, the one I'm thinking of first mindset
Mhm.
is having your nose open. Your nose is open wide. That was a term way back in the day. Means another, like today, you sprung. They can lead, your nose is open. They can lead you anywhere. I'm sure it's, several other terms that were used back then. But today, we have the term being sprung.
Mhm.
You hooked.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
whipped.
Oh, you whip.
You
Get your head out of cloud now.
Yes.
What? You got your head so far up in the clouds you can't even see straight.
Yes. Okay, you can't see straight.
Mm.
You're not thinking straight,
Yeah,
and then
thinking
you
straight.
got the people around you saying, wake up, snap out of it.
Snap out of it. Girl,
Snap out of it.
Can't you see this person for really up?
Yeah. No. I mean, and Jay, it's, we talking about it, but you just made the statement, and which I think is true. It's a lot more people that are sprung than we know, or than they even know.
Right.
And I'm saying this in all, I mean, in a joking matter, but I'm serious. In order for you to get help with anything, you got to at first admit that you have a problem.
Yeah, you have to first
admit
that
you got a problem, And I'm not even saying, that's a bad thing if it's healthy. Because now if it's to the point of obsession, where you going? How long you gonna be gone?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going with you.
Right.
Oh, you said you was only gonna be gone for 15 minutes. Well, call me when you get there. What girlfriend house you going over? When it gets to being like that, then that's not healthy. That's not cute, ladies. Because we be the first one to say, oh, he jealous. He don't want me away from him. Watch that. Watch that, because it can go somewhere else. But now and you saying, well, how can that be healthy? If you're not allowing that thing to just really, really take full control of you to where you're not thinking straight. I mean, it's things been done in the name of this kind of thing, and so you got to be careful of that. And this may be a little bit, way off track or something like that, but I don't even know why this movie came up. But I'm thinking about the movie Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay,
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
Now she met him, and what attracted her to him was the fact that he was this big time famous bank robber, and he had been talking about how he had been robbing banks and stuff, and that attracted her to him. And she was so attracted to him that not only did she, they became mates, but she went on these sprees with him. And shootouts, and it was just, y'all saw the movie Bonnie and Clyde, so you got to be careful, with that thing. If it starts leading you down the wrong way, or a way you don't want to, and then again, you might just want to go that way just to be a part of his life, or to be a part of what's going on in his world. I don't know, but you gotta be careful with that thing.
Yeah, gotta be careful with that thing. Because the obsession, well, the medical field diagnoses or states that obsession is a sickness, and it is a psychological sickness. Because you don't, you have psychological sicknesses, and then you have physical sicknesses, and sometimes people tend to believe that they're suffering physical sicknesses when it's actually a psychological sickness that is affecting the body, because it's affecting your mind, and it throws your brain out of whack.
Yeah.
So when it throws your brain out of whack, because your brain is the supervisor and the controller of keeping your whole body in operation and intact. So when it go, it's just like any corporation, when the CEO and all that, and they all done, they clowning and going crazy, can't think straight, they start giving out all these crazy orders, then the whole factory gonna start messing up, because because they're giving the wrong orders to,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So so
Yeah.
when your brain is starting to crack up
Yeah.
and not thinking straight,
Yeah.
it starts
Yeah.
telling your body to start doing stuff that it shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
And so therefore it gives off a physical reaction, but it's really not a physical sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's mental.
Yeah, it's really mental.
Well, you know, and while you were talking, Jay, I was thinking about that movie. It was a movie that came out, I don't know if it was last year, year before last. I think it was called that, Obsession, with Idris Elba and Beyonce. They were a married couple, and Idris worked at this company, and this woman came in, and she got attached to him. And I mean, and it's talking. It was actually portraying what you were just talking about this. She really felt, and she really thought that she was his wife. And she was trying to take on Beyonce's role as the wife.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, coming into the house and putting their clothes on and in their bed, you know, and
Right.
she was like, I mean, and she was like really delusional, because in the movie Beyonce confronted her
Yeah.
actually in her house, in Beyonce's house,
Yeah.
and she was saying, well, we didn't want you to find out like
Right.
this.
Right.
You know, we were going to tell you. And I'm like, for real? Like, really? You know, so, I mean, just to go by what you're saying, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She, I mean, wasn't that the guy even did anything? You know, had
No,
sex
no,
with the girl?
no.
But she was sprung.
But she was.
but she was sprung, and you know, opposed to opposite or opposed to what some many people want to say. You know, in today's society, folk be like, you know, the only way a person gets sprung
Yeah.
is that they done got sexed real good, and the sex was just overwhelming, and they just can't think straight.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And you know, so they be like, "What that person do to you?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they done sex you so hard you can't even think straight. But in the case like the movie you just
Well,
shared,
yeah.
you know, the guy never touched her, never touched her.
He never did.
But because of her obsession,
yeah.
and that's the same thing, you know,
Yeah.
the person
Yeah.
could be obsessed with sex. It's several things you could be obsessed
Yes.
with. And I guess the key factor that leads to being sprung
Yeah.
is obsession.
Yeah. Okay.
And if we're not careful, you will be sprung. You will be sprung. But, you know, yeah, it is kind of more. It is kind of more on the basis, but not exactly, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's have a big open mind.
Right.
It ain't just because a person that got
Yeah.
overwhelmingly sex,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it ain't,
that's-
and, you know, it's like they ain't never had it like that before.
Right,
But we
right.
do know that does fall in the category.
Uh-huh,
That goes in the category.
Yes.
You know, you seeing stars and
Yes. Yes. Yes.
you ain't never smoked before. You be like, I need a cigarette. And you ain't never smoked a cigarette in your life. And
You never smoked, and you ain't never like, you don't smoke.
and you don't even know why you want a cigarette. And that's the thing, when you sprung, you doing things that you would probably never do, and you can't even explain it.
And you can't even explain it.
I mean, things you say you would never do.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I'm telling you, we talking about being sprung. You know, I mean, come on now. I mean, if you have it, if you're not now, I mean, if you, at some point in time, you ain't got to tell us. You know, you don't even got to voice it. But at some point in time, somewhere along in your life, you was a little bit over the top, more than usual, for one person or another. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, it happens, Jay. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
You know, and you made a good point as to say, a lot of times we like to put that in the stance form, of, a sexual encounter or something like that. I mean, but You know, it's, I mean, the movie obsession, you know, there's ways that you can do it. I mean, it's not sexual. It don't have to be sexual. It's that if you can allow yourself to think it, you know, it can be. It can be.
Right.
This woman, that's what she did. She allowed herself
Mhm.
to think that that's what it was. And not only did she think it, it was for her, it was the truth.
Yeah.
She really felt that she was his wife,
Right.
you know,
Mhm.
and that Beyonce was the one intruding on
Mhm.
them.
Right.
She really thought that.
Wanted it so bad. Wanted him so bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And so, can you imagine if, I mean, because we know nothing happened between her and Edris in the movie.
Right.
So can you imagine
Mhm.
if it was just that? I mean, how powerful that is.
Mhm. The thought.
The
yeah.
thought.
Mhm.
Can you imagine
Mhm.
with sex not even being a factor?
Right.
Can you imagine
Mhm.
how powerful that is?
Mhm.
Wow. 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 Yeah.
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 And all the many people up until an adult woman age. Adult woman
absolutely.
age. And you
Oh
think
my
about it,
God.
all the people, all the men she done crossed.
Yes.
I mean, she's a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was,
yeah.
you know, many men came on to her, approached her.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
who knows? I mean, they didn't show that, you know, in the movie,
Right.
you know, like on her past, but being that attractive, you know, I'm sure she would be, you know, she was approached, you know, I'm kind of assuming she
Yeah.
probably had a few dates
Sure.
or a few
sure.
boyfriends or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
But why all of a sudden this one
I
guy,
know.
you know,
Yeah.
out of the thousands, you know, this one guy in her adult age, and she's
Oh, my
so hooked
God.
on it, on the thought, and it resonates into her mind so deep that it becomes the truth to her.
Yeah.
And you know, like the girl on the song, you know, Lala
Yeah.
talking about, you know, hooked on the thug.
Yeah.
You know, she was saying, you know, she got her doing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
You know, and she
Yeah.
can't even figure out why. Girlfriends ask her, girl, what's wrong with you? You know, can't you see this guy? He cheating on you. He ain't no good. He don't care about you.
Wow.
He called you all kinds of names and stuff. And you just sitting there saying that, but I love him. But I love him. And you still can't figure out why. And and you've told yourself that whenever he comes around, now when he ain't around, you sit there thinking about all the stuff that he doing wrong, or he you know, just really seeing him for it. But as soon as he come around, it's like she said, it all drops, and she get these butterflies, and she's like head over heels on, and just his touch and all that just makes her just shiver and everything, and that's when you know
You sprung.
You sprung. You sprung.
Ooh. Jay, you know, you made a good point a few minutes ago as we were talking about the movie. But because you sort of like in your younger years, you know, we're talking about, you know, as you get older, you know, in your younger years, it's like that, maybe that kind of thing, it can happen, and that's okay, because you can go on and you get older and you mature and stuff like that. But you were talking about as you get older, and if you've never experienced it until like now in your older age, when it happens, you know, and you made a good point. If she's dated, you know, probably throughout the years, dated guys or whatever, but it was just something about him. It was just something about him, and that just got her. I gotta have him. You know, whatever that was in her mind, and that's a good point. And that can be also kind of a scary thing too, if you haven't, you know, had that experience that before. I mean, yeah, you dated guys and you've liked them, or you know, whatever the relationship was. But if you have not experienced, I'm talking about for real being sprung, if you be like, I don't know what is going on, but I don't know if I like this, because you don't know what that thing is. You know, but when you start finding yourself, let me help you, ladies, gentlemen. When you start finding yourself doing things out of the ordinary, like you say, I'm not gonna do that. You know, when you start seeing yourself do that, then 9 times out of 10, you sprung. You on your way there, okay? Cause some stuff, you know, we say that we not gonna do. Or I never do that. You know, and then you find yourself doing that thing quickly. Oh, we.
Yeah.
I'm just. Yeah. Jay, you got some water? Yes. Okay.
There was another guy who named T-Pain. They call him TP. TP, a rapper. And he had a song called named I'm Sprung. And the same thing. He's saying pretty much the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know, but in his song, some of the lyrics is what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm all hooked up and gone crazy over this woman. He's a player. He admits he's a player,
right?
And he said that ain't even his main woman.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't understand why I'm so hung up on this woman, and she ain't even my main woman.
She ain't even the main
woman. And she's like, she got me washing dishes,
right?
Looking after the kids, you know, flipping for her bills.
Yeah.
Like, wanting to be there all the time, and she ain't even his main one. And his partners is guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he admits he's a player.
Yeah.
But you know, think about it. I mean, he's saying she ain't even his main.
She ain't even the main girl.
The one he ought to be.
Yes.
So-called sprung. And she got him like that. And he can't figure out what he
can't figure out. He can't figure out.
And the guys are like, man, what's up with you?
Yeah.
Like, they trying to get him to come over to the barbecue. He's like, yeah, man, I'll be there, but you know, I just got this girl on my mind. You know, he just sitting there fiddling, watching TV, can't move and all that. He's
can't get right.
Yeah, can't get right. Yeah, can't get right.
But you know, I mean, Jay, you know, I just thought about an interesting point. A point while you were talking. When does it happen? If you ever been, if you been sprung, or like, do you remember when it happened? When did it happen? When did it happen? What took place? What was going on the moment it happened? You know, and then next thing you knew you was sprung, like T-Pain was saying. You know, when did it happen? I don't even know. When this happened? When did it occur? When did it take place? What was we doing? Oh, it's for real, people. It's real. It's real talk.
It is real.
It's real
talk, because there's a lot of folk that's caught up in it, and you know, you take, because it being sprung, like was said a little earlier, is associated, strongly funded or motivated by obsession. It is strongly motivated and operated from obsession. And because you remember that movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez? All right. Even though this guy who was whooping her tail, all right. If you have seen the movie, if you can recall, if you haven't, then it's a really good movie.
It is,
especially for women that are being battered.
Absolutely,
you need to see the movie.
Absolutely.
It's a great, encouraging movie, especially for women being battered. Okay, or abused. But in the movie, the guy. It actually started off with these two guys. They partnered with getting over women.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
and they had this little game plan
Right.
where they, but it was not supposed to have been where the guy was going to get hooked up on the girl
Uh-huh.
and get married to her. They
Right.
just, basically
Was running game.
running game
Yeah.
for sex to get
Mhm,
sex over
mhm.
on the women.
Mhm.
But he got caught up. He got caught up on Jennifer
Mhm.
Lopez,
Mhm.
and all he knew. Now he control was one of his things.
Yeah.
But in his control, it was obsession because he could not let go of her.
Mhm.
He would not let go of her.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
though, and you have to watch it, as you were
Yeah.
saying a little earlier.
Yeah.
Obsession can lead you
Yeah.
into a bunch of
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Doing a bunch of stuff, not only negative wise or things you can explain that why you do it,
Mhm.
but negative wise of things that you might do or transpond to the other person
Mhm.
that you're
Mhm.
obsessed with
Mm.
because things are not going your way or
Yeah.
going the way you need it to
Yes.
feed your obsession.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because with obsession is the total the total I can't use the same word twice, so I'll say the total denial or total objection to be rejected.
Mhm.
I say, okay,
Mhm.
the total
Yeah.
objection
Mhm.
to be rejected.
Yeah.
Okay, and so and when there's ever a instance or a feeling that you're about to be rejected
Yeah.
or being rejected
Yeah.
on something, retaliation tends
Yes.
to come out.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
and when you ask the person why did they do it, they even when you ask these men that's beating up women, why you do it? I don't know why I did it. I just love them so much, and something just happened. I don't really mean to do it. I don't know. They
Yeah.
can't. People can't explain it.
Mhm.
A lot of people can't explain.
The obsession and just took over.
Yeah, it took them to take it
yeah.
over.
Wow.
Yeah, you sprung. Yeah, you sprung. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, you sprung because the obsession is taking over, and you react out of the obsession.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Now it doesn't always have to be violent.
Right.
Like in love with a thug and T-Pain. They just doing stuff that they get T-Pain be like, I don't wash dishes for my main woman. How this woman got me washing dishes? I don't even babysit no kids, but my main woman kid, and I got kids by her. I got kids by her.
Yeah.
These ain't even my kids, and she got me babysitting the kids. How in the world did that happen?
Yeah.
And then he'll go, I'm sprung. At least he admits
And
it.
that, but see,
he admits it.
Yeah, he admitted. I mean, and so that's what we saying, people. That's what I'm saying. If you admit it, I mean, because you can lie to everybody else. You can tell everybody, but I mean, to thine own self be true. And deal with it that way. I mean, if that's what it is, that's what it is. If you're a person that's reasonable thinking. And not, allowing it to obsess you to the point that Jay was talking about, then you can work through that thing. Jay, you made a good point too, as to say, it doesn't have to be to the point of just total obsession, craziness, to that level. I mean, how do you know when it's obsession? Or how do you know when you sprung? And like you were saying, it don't have to be to that point. To where if something happened, and you get mad, you may not, just go over to his house or her house and bust out their windows or nothing like that.
Bust the windows out of the car.
Right. I bust the windows out your car. You may not do that. But you find yourself getting angry.
Mhm.
You find yourself getting mad. You find yourself sitting there, thinking, well, where is she at? Where is he at? I called them. They ain't called me back. What's going on? You know? And then you allow your mind. But see, then you got to be careful with that, too. Because then you allow your mind to start thinking stuff, well, they ain't called me back yet. What's going on? You find yourself getting mad. You got to be careful with that, too. Be careful. Be careful. Being sprung. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's real. Yeah, it's real, people.
It's real, and it will. It can catch up on you.
It will.
Sneak up on you, rather. And before you know it. And But the key thing, is the type of is what can you do when you've been sprung? I mean,
what can you do?
The first and main thing, you can't do anything with any kind of sickness. Now I said there's a thing. There are physical sicknesses and there is psychological sicknesses, and obsession has been labeled a psychological sickness. And since obsession is the thriving force in being sprung, so that then being sprung is a sickness. Okay, all right. Being sprung is a sickness. All right. Like we had that show. It ain't funny, but
it ain't funny, but
but it is. It is a sickness, folk. And here's the thing: with any kind of sickness, you have to. You cannot even start the process. The process to being healed or be overcoming or being raised above or whatsoever of that sickness, just like any addiction. Addiction is considered a sickness.
Yeah.
Okay. Even no matter if it's physical or mental, okay, or psychological. The word sickness applies to all different types of sicknesses. All right. You cannot, even if it's physical. If you got you done twisted your shoulder. All right. You done twisted your shoulder. You sit just like you be saying, I don't know why I'm doing the stuff I do. You know you in la la land. You really do, because you be saying it to yourself. You done twisted your shoulder. Okay. But you're going through pain, but you're going to say, well, I'm going to take some Tylenol. Tylenol ain't working. Bare aspirin ain't working. All right. Putting icy hot on it ain't working. You got probably a serious problem. But you tell yourself, oh, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It's going to heal. It's going to heal. And you refuse to go to a doctor. You have to first admit to yourself.
Absolutely.
Admit to yourself.
Yes.
You got a problem. And sometimes folk go a long time before they ever admit. And sometimes it could get worse.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Like that twisted shoulder. Because you didn't go on to the doctor. Admit to yourself you need to see a doctor.
Yes.
All right. And you kept trying to play it off and be in denial. It's done got worse.
Yes.
Maybe some infection might have done set up in there. I don't know. I'm just saying, you have to, before any sickness can be dealt with, any sickness, you have to first admit you have a sickness.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
And then you after admitting, then move it towards the area of trying to do or seek help to find out what you can do or whatever.
That's right.
To get over the sickness. I mean, just like any addiction, drugs, cigarette, alcoholic. Admit you got a problem. Then seek for help. Whether it's a doctor, some program, whatever. Seek for help, and then stick to it. To whatever the recommendation or the requirements or the medicine or the dosage or whatever it is, you know, that is being recommended or advised to you to try to come out of it. But when you start backsliding and be like, you know, well, I hear what they saying, but I ain't gotta, you know, I ain't gotta go to no meetings, no 2 or 3 times a week. It ain't that bad. Or I ain't gotta take this many pills. It ain't that bad. Well, you know, you may as well shouldn't have went to the doctor in the first place.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, Jay, I mean, that's just like, you know, people who are, and you know, and we know that anything that you do excessively, you know, it's an addiction.
Right.
Okay. So, you know, and we know that the first side to getting help in any addiction is, like you said, is to admit that you have a problem. You know, but then you have those people that, you know, are addicted to whatever your addiction is. And we ain't just talking about, you know, drugs, alcohol. It can be food. I mean, you know, anything, you know, what you do excessively, over and abundant and over and excess. That's an excess of. But you got those people. I can stop when I want to. I can quit. I can quit when I get ready. I can quit drinking when I get ready. I don't have to do this. I just do it because you know I ain't got nothing else to do. I can stop when I want to. You know, those, when you're talking about obsession or whatever that obsession is, they have not admitted that they really do have a problem because they feel that they can quit when they and they really do truly in their mind feel that they can stop whenever they want to.
Right.
Gambling, whatever that thing is. So when you're talking about, you know, obsession or being obsessed with somebody, you know, many women have been killed. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, men aren't, you know, but if we look down, you know, through the history a lot of time of when you see a man and woman relationship and somebody's been killed, 9 times out of 10 it's the woman that has been killed because of the obsession that the man has with or over the woman. You know, and she finally decided that enough was enough. You know, like the Jennifer Lopez movie, and tried to leave the relationship, and he killed her. You know,
no, she killed him.
No, I mean, what? Yeah. She in the Jennifer Lopez movie, she killed him. But in other instances, it's the man that you know that kills the woman that tries to leave.
He
you know,
tried to kill her.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. You know, but we started out laughing about but it really is. It can be a very, very serious matter if you are not grounded enough to be able to deal with that thing. You know, some people, you know, are not strong enough to deal with. That's just like a person that get on drugs. You know, when crack first came out, it was saying, you know, it was catching people right then and there. You hit it the first time, and you was automatically addicted to that thing. You know, so it's like that. You have to be careful. Some people are more prone than others of being addicted to stuff. You know, so I mean, you know, it's real. It's real, you know, but it can be healthy, but it can also be a dangerous situation. So be careful.
Yeah. It's something. People sometimes really don't believe that they're sprung. You know, when we're using the word sprung, we're using it towards the area of relationships. Relationships. But that is an addiction. That's what obsession is. You know, you're obsessed. You're obsessed with smoking. You're obsessed with drinking. You're obsessed with drugs. It's an addiction. And with any type of any type of addiction, you could come out of any type of addiction.
Absolutely.
You know,
you can come out.
Yeah, you can, but you have to first actually acknowledge it, and honestly and wholesomely acknowledge it. You know, not just say, you know, I got a problem and still don't do nothing about it. Sincerely, You know, because TP and Lala, they were both T-Pain and Lala. They were both saying, well, you know, I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm still kidding myself. They you know. You know, they admitted it, but they not really they wasn't really. And he said, "Man, I got T-Pain said, man, I gotta do so. I gotta find a way to get out of
Yeah,
this."
he was saying that.
Yeah, he was like,
But,
man,
I mean, 'cause
I don't even
sometimes,
know how I got here, but I mean, I can't keep doing this, man.
I mean, you know, but people actually they you know get themselves to a point where, and they saying they know it. This ain't, you know, I can't keep doing this. I can't. But then, like you said, when you see them. Then you be saying that all the while they ain't around, you know, oh, this ain't cool. I don't like this. I you know, I got to get out of this. And you know, I just another movie just came up while we're talking about this. The movie Boomerang with Eddie Murphy. It was Eddie Murphy, Halle Berry, David Allen Greer. When Eddie Murphy was this big player, you know, and got sprung on Robin Givens.
Yeah.
And got sprung on Robin. But see, Robin Givens was the female version of Eddie Murphy in the movie. And he couldn't handle it after he got with her because she was treating him the same way he had always treated women, you know. And so, and then he met him and Halle Berry got together, which she was the nice girl, okay? And he had something good with her, but he kept going back. He could not break himself away from Robin Givens. But then he finally did. But of course, it was at the relationship of his and Halle Berry. But they ended up getting back together. But I mean, and you know, you should get out of that thing, especially if it's got you, you know, to the point to where you doing things out of the norm of who you are. You know, and you really don't like that thing. You really don't like that person that you see. If it's got you like that, then yes, the best thing for you to do is get out that thing and leave it alone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's really something, man. Being sprung, boy. I tell you. Yeah, but you know, it keeps taking me back to say to you know, when we say it ain't funny, but
yeah, it ain't funny, but
it ain't funny, but you know, sometimes when we be seeing folk in the being sprung, we we tend to laugh at them. I mean, we like to joke at them, just like on T-Pain. Boy, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Boy, you done turned into a whip.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they got you whipped. She got you whipped.
She got you whipped.
Yeah.
And the first thing you like, I ain't whipped. I ain't whipped. I am the man. Yeah, but then as soon as you hang up the phone, why I'm in here washing these dishes? Why I'm in here cleaning up the house? This ain't even my main one.
This ain't even my main one. Ooh, you got a problem.
She was just supposed to be just a sidekick.
Yeah,
you know, so just a little stopover, but
ooh, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful, people. When you sprung. So what do you do, Jay? Well, I mean, you told us that we got to admit that we have a problem. Okay, and get some help for that thing.
Yeah.
And then after you get help, then what? You on your way? You good to go then, huh?
Well, after you get help, you have to be sincere enough to stay, to commit to whatever is recommended or advised for you or prescribed for you to guide you towards coming out of that situation or that sickness. I mean, even medicines. But you know what? Many times we already really know what it is that we need to do. We really do. We just don't want to admit it. Many times we do. We really, really do. Because it takes me back to the movie you were talking about with not Jennifer Lopez, the singer. What's her name? Beyonce. With Beyonce in that movie. I think it was called Obsession.
Obsession.
Yeah, Obsession. If you notice, though she was insane, all right?
Yeah.
Insane in her thoughts about being married to this man that she is not even her husband, okay?
Yeah.
Though she was insane, she noticed that she was not so insane that she could not logically and intelligently think of how to break into the house.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Because she broke into the house.
Yes, she did.
Because she broke into the house knowing that that's where he lives and that's not where she lives. She has a sane part that's actually telling her they're not married. That's not my husband. Because if why I gotta break in the house? Okay? All right. She has a sane thought. That's why I say people always know what it is. You know. All right.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that. Even in that movie, if you pay attention to it, there's a sane part telling her that's not your husband. When she sneakily and manipulatively, what was that about the son that
the babysitter was there. Edris and Beyonce was out on the date.
Right.
They was trying to repair their marriage.
Right.
And she came to the house. And you know, like the girlfriend, friend of the family, and said that they said it was okay for her to come and see the baby. And so I mean, and she was good when she came to the door, and the babysitter was there, and she said, "Oh, it's okay. I'm just gonna be here for a little while," and went on upstairs and was with the baby and did what she wanted to do and held him and everything, and walked on out and left.
Right.
Yeah.
But she knew that wasn't her baby.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
But she gonna go up there and then all of a sudden switch to insane.
Yeah, switch
to insane. And act like that's her baby. Okay?
Yes.
All right? Because she wanted it so bad to be her baby because she wants so bad for him to be her husband, which in her sane part is telling her that that's not her husband. So you know, so that is another presentation to say that even when we look at folk, and even the person themselves are saying, you know, we hear folks say, well, you know, I don't know why I'm doing it. Actually, really, in somewhere in your mind, you really know. You really know somewhere in your mind.
Absolutely.
All right? The same part of your mind, sane, S-A-N-E, has said to you why you there, why you doing whatever you doing.
Yes.
All right, and then you just switch somehow over to the insane part.
Could that insane part be so dominating that it just captures the part of you that's still sane? The part of you that's still sane, you know, it's like fighting, like, wait a minute, come back, I'm right here. And then that insane part say, no, So Jay, you know, you're right as to say, you know why, you know, I don't even know why I'm still here. I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh, yeah. You do, because you sprung. You whip. Your nose is open. You know, however you want to put it, you know, so that's just the bottom line.
That's just the bottom line. And until, you know, it keeps taking me back to the thoughts that when we say so much, you know, this show is about trying to build better relationships, all types of relationships, all types of relationships, not just couple and all that. This applies business partners.
Yeah,
hey, you could be sprung business partners.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, you know. But in, you know, all types of relationships, the bottom line is we tend to say so much. We can't stand a liar. But the biggest lie ever told is the lie you tell
You
yourself.
say that so often, Jay.
It's the lie you tell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And when you know, because really, when someone else tells you a lie, all right, it doesn't necessarily really truthfully hurt you. Listen, your emotions might be hurt, but there's nothing as far as harm's way. Listen, I say harm's way as to who you are that it hurts you or tears you down or degrades who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Just because somebody tells a lie on you
Right.
or tells you a lie,
Yes.
all right,
Yeah.
you might be mad,
Right.
but you'll still be the same person
Yeah.
tomorrow, the next day, or
Absolutely.
whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt you as far as who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It might hurt your emotions,
Yes.
but not who you are.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, the lie you tell yourself, however,
Yes.
can hurt
It's
you
a totally different story.
It can hurt you
Yes. Yes,
as
it
to
is.
who you are. If you don't
Yeah.
believe that, just go back and check out them two songs.
Yeah.
T-Pain
And Lala.
and Lala. I'm sprung, and I'm sprung with a thug. All right, because what they keep saying,
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff I know my
Oh.
character would not do.
Absolutely.
What is that doing? They lying to themselves, and it does hurt who they are. Okay, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the lie you tell yourself is more harmful than the lie that anybody can
That's true.
ever tell you or approach you with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yes, Jay. I agree. So we know how to get help from being sprung. You don't have to stay in a sprung state.
Mhm.
If you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay in a sprung state. Now, if you like being there, hey, to each his own. It's all right with you. It's all right with your sweet thing. Him or her. Then hey, y'all sprung on each other. That's a good thing. That's good. Keep it healthy though. Don't don't go overboard with that thing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Or at least know why you sprung.
Yeah.
At least
Know why you
figure it
sprung.
out. Go figure it out.
Go figure it out, right?
Go figure it out why you sprung.
Yeah.
You
Because T-Pain didn't know why Lala didn't know why.
Yeah,
That's a good point. Figure out why you sprung.
there was one more song that I remember. I'm in love with a dancer.
The stripper.
The
That's
stripper.
T-Pain. That was T-Pain too. Yeah. I'm in love with a stripper.
He was getting sprung on a whole lot of women, and it wasn't even the main one.
Wasn't even the main one. That's what T-Pain said. That's why that's so funny. He said, I'm sprung, and this ain't even my main girl. Now, how you a player? But it happens. Players get sprung too, Jay, I guess.
I guess, he was supposed to be operating on love him or leave him.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. At least know why you sprung. That's a good point. You made a good point, Jay. Find out. Don't just be, why you like that? I don't know. Your girlfriend, girl, what's wrong with you? Why you all like, I don't even know. Find out why you sprung. Yeah, because that might, once you find out why you sprung, then you may not even want to stay in that state, most likely. But find out.
Find out. Just find out. Go figure it out. Come on. Just go figure it out. All right. All right. Well, I guess we're going to spread our sprung selves over
Yes.
All right, because we love this show.
Yes, I'm telling you, I do. I do.
Okay,
Bye-bye, Jay.
All right,
Bye.
folks.